Hello and welcome out there, everybody in TV land, to our second ever YouTube video. Today is launch day. Marvel Snap has a launched global release, and along with that is the early access to the Steam client. So we'll be taking our first look, getting our first impressions on this Steam client, and really getting to understand what it's all about. But before we get into that, just a couple of YouTube legalese. Consider hitting those thumb buttons, one up, one down, and in the comments below, let me know what you are most excited about with this new Steam application. Today is launch day, so I will be streaming most of the day. If you're checking out this video on launch day, hey, come hang out with us over at twitch.tv/JeeseJames. But let's just get into the Steam application here. We've got it loaded up. First off, very first thing to note is that the volume settings are astronomically loud. I mean, open this app up for the first time, had my headphones in, completely a bleeder. So if you're out there, you haven't downloaded it yet, keep that in mind. You're going to want to pull your desktop volume way down when first opening this up because it's extremely loud. And in fact, we'll go ahead and take our first look into the settings here. Now, you may have noticed that the music volume actually goes a little bit lower right here. I'm not a big fan of that, to be honest. It kind of makes it a little difficult to know exactly where I'm setting the volume because it's actually louder once we exit the settings. But you can see here how far down I've pulled the master volume to make it comfortable for my ears. A couple of things are going to be here. I think 30 FPS is your default. I've already switched that over to 60 FPS. When you first log in, you can go ahead and sign in with your Google account, and that will link up to your mobile phone and everything else. And if you were in the beta, of course, your progress will carry over. So, I mean, at first glance, this looks a lot like the mobile interface. But it's got some nice widescreen layout, and as a content creator, being able to set it up full screen with these good space backgrounds is really great. So a lot of Twitch stream elements or YouTube layout elements, you're not going to have to worry about tweaking those too terribly much, at least until we do get full widescreen support later down the road. So the shop is here. It's going to change every single day. Again, everything looks very close to the mobile layout, but in the widescreen kind of tablet format. If you're new to Marvel Snap, this fast upgrade section here, don't use it. All right. Boosters, you're going to get infinitely. As you continue to play this game, you're going to get more and more boosters. At the beginning of the game, they throw a lot of credits at you. That's going to slow down. Your bottleneck will be credits in the future, and you'll wish that you did not convert your credits into boosters. So stay away from this fast upgrade option, as tempting as it is for new players. And then, while we're here, we'll pick up our free credits for the day. And again, the shop looks wonderful. We can actually go and scroll all the way down with our mouse wheel, leaving a lot of empty space in an empty shop. That's interesting. Don't know if that is by design. Doesn't look like we can scroll past the top, though. It does bounce us back. So very interesting. Maybe, interesting. Now I can't scroll down. Now it's bouncing off the top. It is a early access Steam game. So don't worry too terribly much about small bugs like that. They're going to be cranking this out and really improving it. So the collection screen here is probably the most notable difference if you've been playing on your mobile cell phone. Primarily that this does utilize the wider screen tablet format. So we get 6 cards across our screen. Again, very much similar to the mobile layout. Very much similar. I would like to see I think on mobile we have a background image here, right? Where's that background image at? But otherwise, it's moving smooth. I've played around with a little bit. This is definitely performing better than any emulator that's out there if you're trying to emulate it on your desktop. And honestly, I think it might be performing a little bit better than my mobile phone. Might just be the hardware in my desktop. Of course, your season pass track is here. I've claimed a lot of them already as I am infinite, but everything here moving very smoothly, being able to use that mouse wheel so much more effectively than trying to drag and scroll. I've really enjoyed that. We do have our news feed here. Again, a very similar story to the mobile layout. Doesn't look like they've got any videos featured. No real news featured yet on launch day, and my inbox is empty, but we'll see. I might be getting more stuff. We did just open it one time today. So yeah, I mean, by and large, you still have your mission screen up here. We can collect those. You can kind of see all the season missions that are available and what's going to be unlocked in the future. Escape does work as a back button, which is nice for the Steam client. So similar if you had a physical back button on your mobile device or you're doing the back swipes, escape will work for that input command. Collector's track, again, looking very pretty. The mouse wheel scroll here, not as snappy as everywhere else we've seen. We kind of have to drag and pull. Not getting that mouse wheel scroll on this screen, so hoping to see that improvement in the future as well. Again, mouse wheel scrolling on the season rank. Very slow, very similar collection level, but click and drag looking good. So it looks like we still have a little bit of work here for our mouse scroll movement. But I tell you what, guys, that is most of the menus here. You know, kind of looks here. This is working well. A similar story here with the mouse wheel scroll. So mouse wheel scrolling working really well in shop, working really well in the collection, but on your season pass track, your collection track, your rank track, and selecting your deck, you're still going to need to grab with your mouse and pull it one way or the other. Let's go ahead and jump in and do a game on the brand new Steam. Not even quite sure which deck I've got pulled up here. Looks like it is some kind of lockjaw variant that I've got in my collection pool. I mean, in my deck lists. So yeah, kind of a wider screen layout here, looking pretty good. We're going to start off with Sunspot, and we'll play him in a lane that he can contest by himself potentially. Let's see here. Clicking on the sides of the screen don't seem to do anything. All right, in mobile, at least the last time I opened mobile, when you would click the background, you'd hear like a little thumb or finger tap noise. Not getting that here on the Steam client. And I wonder if I had an actual touchscreen monitor, if maybe something would change there, but I seriously doubt it. This has probably been pretty well, you know, transformed to work with mouse and keyboard. So I doubt that they considered touchscreen capabilities for desktop computers, right? Everything just runs so smoothly. The graphics here are incredible. Getting that 60 FPS on desktop where I've got the real powerhouse and graphics card to kind of brag about it, honestly. I mean, it's really showing off the capabilities of this game, which is absolutely beautiful. We got an interesting turn 5 coming up. We do have Juggernaut, so we'll be able to see Juggernaut's animation, and we're guaranteed to push everything out because our opponent has to play on Avengers Compound. I do see that they've got the early access logo here. And I think that's a good move. It's a good reminder that, you know, this game is still in development and they will still be improving it, at least for the Steam version. Now, mobile is fully global release, but I know they're improving that as well. The devs have been very good to the community, very interactive, taking in the feedback, and now that we're at global release, and they're going to be getting a lot more feedback and seeing how this Steam UI works out, I'm sure that we're just going to see some rapid improvements. So I do like the early call out there, early access. I think again it is a pretty solid logo to stick in there. So we're going to go ahead and throw out a leader, and we'll see if we win our game here for checking out the Steam UI. But that will pretty well bring us to the end of our video. Now, let's get that snap animation too, right? Oh, I didn't quite get it in time. While we're here, we can do a couple emotes. They look glorious and gorgeous. You can actually see the emotes are a little bit over your portrait, which I think helps with the screen real estate. Really make sure that you see what cubes you're battling against. And I still like that if you're post the game end, you can kind of hit that snap animation as much as you want. Glad to see that still in the game. Defeat screen looked absolutely beautiful. I bet the victory screen looks better, but maybe we'll get that in another video. So yeah, that's been a first look at the UI here. Again, pretty much exactly like your mobile screen, except for a widescreen tablet layout. And just runs so much smoother and faster on a desktop. I mean, I think most people out there have a stronger PC than they do mobile device, and in which case you're going to really enjoy playing this game on PC in the Steam library. So yeah, that'll bring us to the end of the video. Thanks for hanging out with us. Swing over to twitch.tv, check me out. I'll be streaming all day today, and until the next one, make sure you have a wonderful time. See you later.